Race number 5 at Ascot. It is a maiden event over the 1200 metres. And Mark, we see a Cerise and White runner in this, which is going to be a very short price favourite. And you can understand why when you're dropping from listed company to a Wednesday maiden.
Yeah, she would have only gotten better in a time off as well, Adam. We speak of course, Show Honey. Let's go back to the 22nd of October when she ran 4th in the Belgravia behind Caipirinha.
Off the bit, but into the home straight. Caipirinha reached the lead. It's Caipirinha hitting the front. Over on the outside, Get Over It, but Caipirinha lets down brilliantly. She led more than a length to Get Over It. They're being followed by Show Honey back behind them, and down the outside, Saul Special, but Caipirinha's going to prevail. Caipirinha won the Belgravia.
Well, you can see in that run there how good this horse is. That's a really good performance, only beaten 2.8 lengths by Caipirinha. We've seen that horse now has gone on to win a couple of listed races as well. There's just nothing in this field that could be competitive like that. The recent trial as well was good. That was on the 24th of April. Finished in front of Santiago Gelno. That came out and won comfortably last week as well. So the form lines are really holding up. This is going to be the shortest price favourite of the day. It's going to be the best bet of the day. It's drawn in barrier 3. I can't see it losing.
Well, let's talk a bit more about that. Do we take the shorts, Adam?
Look, I'd be putting in your multis. I think it's just one of those ones that you can definitely put in confidently. I know normally for a maiden and a horse that's first up, you want to have a couple of question marks, but I just think the form lines are so superior and the trial was that much better than anything else going around here. You'd be pretty confident.
Number 9, Dixie Win there as well. Steve Parnham rides for Misha Logan here. Last start effort was back on the 30th of November behind Very Tempting. Some other good form lines there behind Gatting and, of course, Bucktorio, Dane Hill's Daughter, Gold Shimmer even. Those are good enough to be competitive here.
This is my clear second choice in this race. You mentioned those form lines and they really do stand up in a race like this. I really wish they had a trial. Would have loved to see that. I mean, the horse might be flying and they're happy with the fitness as well, but it doesn't help us when we don't get to see that. So because of that, I haven't been able to say that it is going to be able to take on Show Honey, but the form lines are good enough to suggest that he'll be winning this prep.
Adam, your selections for this race?
I'm going to go with number 11, Show Honey, from 9, Dixie Win, number 8, The Rake, and 2, It's a Chance.
11 goes on top for me as well, Adam. Show Honey from number 10, The Bunya Poem, 9, Dixie Win, and 6, Enzo's Best.
Race number 6 at Ascot. It is a Class 1 handicap over the 1400 metres mark. We had a horse come across from South Australia, trained by Michael Lane. It was the short price favourite and it got the job done.
Quite impressively as well, Adam. Let's go straight into the replay of Ever As Ready.
Coming down by the 300 bowling, Bellet got up on the inside of Boca Up Lad. Dynamite Jack Ever As Ready's coming through and outstretched. Full Disclosure. Brooklyn Black's over towards the inside. Eliza's Dream. Eliza's Dream coming now on the outside. Ever As Ready though. The former South Australian 3-year-old. Ever As Ready and Eliza's Dream went to the line. Dead heat.
Only won by a nose in this race, but the way that this horse did it was what really caught the eye. From a wide gate, had to just be worked up on the inside a little bit early, then had to wait for the gaps to open. And we know that William Pike is the most patient rider. Any other jockey may have had to go wide and just been a little bit worried, but he waited, took the time, the run came, and the horse really attacked the line strongly. I think stepping up from the 12 to the 1400 metres is ideal. We've seen this horse race over 1500 metres before. It'll be very hard to beat again.
Yes, certainly will, Adam. The form in South Australia is not too bad either, so very, very easy race first up, and out to 1400 metres, as you just mentioned, should certainly suit. And I'm quite keen on Kimbo's Girl here. The blinkers go back on again. Peter Nucky for Simon Miller. Now, we saw last start, there didn't look to be much wrong, but in the stewards' report, they did suggest that she slipped and she wasn't that cleanly away. Also threw a shoe in the race, so plenty of excuses there. I think with the blinkers on out in front, I think she could dictate and get it her own way.
Yeah, look, I think you're right there. There were excuses, definitely. And then you take a look at the horses that beat her, so Geiger Gem and Mega Mix, they're pretty nice types. The thing I like, well, what I want to see with Kimbo's Girls is races where she's going to get the front and not be headed. And last start there was the chance that something was going to go in front of her. I can't see anything showing enough speed to beat her in this. And I think when she's out in front, that's when she just keeps running. It's almost like a fear factor for Kimbo's Girls. So being out in front with the blinkers on and nothing taken her on through those early stages, I'm with you. I think she'll be too good.
Adam, we've also got here number 10 there down the bottom, Grinding Hard, this mare by Sebring. Now, we've said that the first up run was very, very good on that occasion at Bunbury. And last start, she showed a bit of a better form behind Celtic Wizard and hit the line very strongly. She's got a win in her this preparation. It's just a matter of when it's coming.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, isn't it? And when you see the Sebring, you're just waiting as well against Wednesday time for gallopers. I think the last run, as you said, was very impressive around Celtic Wizard. Those form lines are holding up. Barrier 12's not ideal, but there'll be good speed in the race. But I can't go past Kimbo's Girl. I really like the blinkers going on here. From 1, Ever As Ready, number 10, Grinding Hard, and 3, Southern Turn.
Same trifecta in order for me, Adam. Number 5, Kimbo's Girl. From the 1, Ever As Ready. Number 10, which is Grinding Hard, and the 4, Glen Albert.
Race number 7 at Ascot. It's a Class 3 handicap. It's over the 2150 metres. And Mark, there's some clear form lines to take a look at for this, and our box seat viewers would know it because they would have loved watching the grey. He's not in this race, but as I said, there's some runners we can certainly get the form around that.
All the form around him is absolutely rock solid as well, Adam. Let's have a look at Rosewood Hill running third. G, she's always good for a place.
Turn a little awkwardly. Couleur Bazaar joined them. A run almost coming for Capo D'Oro. It's there now. Couleur Bazaar hit the front. Capo D'Oro winding up in behind them. Rosewood Hill. Couleur Bazaar. Capo D'Oro down on the inside, trying to whittle away at the margin from Rosewood Hill, but Couleur Bazaar showing grit, tenacity and fight and will win. Couleur Bazaar.
Another good performance there by Rosewood Hill. Has now had 5 attempts at the track and distance and hasn't finished outside of the top 3. And speaking to trainer Ben Pearce, he just said it's just ideal at the moment going around in these type of races. You're coming up against the same company and you're able just to keep getting a check. Now the Winkers go on. Aaron Mitchell takes a ride, so they get the 1.5 kilo claim. There's no Couleur Bazaar in this race. I think this certainly suits.
Yeah, the form's just so strong, as we saw in the replay there. She's always running on this mare as well. She just needs to settle maybe a little bit closer, which she can from barrier 2, and she'll be right in the mix. Number 4 there, Culver, and Randy Tan's riding in outstanding form at the moment, the 2 kilo claiming apprentice. He jumps on here for Fred Kersey on Culver and takes the ride from Ben Patterson. Look, 6th up now. This filly should be fit, or mare should be fit, and I'm expecting her to run a big race from barrier 7.
I've been liking the strategy that the Kerseys have really adopted here. Anytime the horse races on a Saturday with a lightweight, Ben Patterson takes a ride. When they go to a midweek and they go up in weight because she's a small horse, they put the claimer on as well. As you said though, the type of galloper she is, with only 55 kilos in a race like this, she should be right up there. If she can't win this now, 6th up with her fitness, then she's probably not the horse we thought she was going to be.
Looking forward to seeing number 1 as well, Dance Master, a son of Spielmaster here. William Pike rides for Gavin Foster from barrier 1. Those form lines as well, Adam, you have a look. Touch of silver into that Maximus Mac run. Spaced runs, but I think that suits this horse.
Yeah, it certainly does, but I've got question marks carrying 60 kilos when they've never placed at the track and now stepping up to 2150 metres as well. It's going to be a task, but William Pike on board, you get your positives there. I'm going to tip our replay horse, so number 2, Rosewood Hill, from number 4, Culverin, 6, Miss Mika, and 1, Dance Master.
Number 4 on top for me here, Culverin, from the 2, Rosewood Hill, 1, Dance Master, and 6, Miss Mika.
Final race of the day at Ascot. It's a 60-plus event. It's over the 1600 metres, and Mark, this is a wide open race to finish off with.
It really is, Adam, a very competitive race. Our replay horse is number 4, Moon Search, running 2nd, just being beaten by Bergio.
Headed by Moon Search. It races to the front. Down the outside comes Street Bandit. At the 200, Moon Search. Street Bandit running on. And now Miss Mika also starts to get busy late, but Moon Search still clinging on desperately from Street Bandit. Here comes Bergio from nowhere. He's flying on the outside. He might get there yet, Bergio.
It's a good performance by Moon Search on that occasion. In the end, it probably just came down. It was Apprentice v William Pike, and William Pike is always going to win that battle. But from barrier 9, they come in a little bit here. There's good speed in this race as well, and we know that Moon Search is very consistent. The last 3 runs has finished inside the top 3, and the Colin Webster stable is going along nicely. I think you have to respect it.
Number 7, Geiger Gem here. The 3-year-old takes on the older horses. He won impressively last start. Peter Hall stays on. Lou Luciani has him going very well.
Yeah, it certainly does. It was, I thought, a bit of a surprising performance really against the horses was up against last start, but I really like it in a race like this. It's not very strong. They draw barrier 1, and I think the step up in distance is ideal. I hope they let this horse pull its way to the front and stay out there and dictate terms.
I'm quite keen on 1 at odds here. Back to a walk for Gino Paletti and Sean O'Donnell. Look, barrier 11, a wide draw, but you have a look at the last 2 runs behind Maginica and Key to Fame. The form around those 2 horses are very, very strong. Adam, this drop in class is quite significant, and 58.5 kilos here. I can see it getting a really nice run from barrier 11. 3rd up, should be fit and ready to go over the 1600 metres.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this horse goes. I mean, back in the day, it was one of our good stayers, or can get out that 1800 metres and run some nice races as well. But the 7-year-old hasn't done that for a while now. It's been 774 days without a win. The form lines are much better. I just thought it still plugged along a little bit, but if there is speed in the race from Geiger Gem and they are able to run on, it's not the worst to have a go at each way odds. I'm going to go with Geiger Gem, number 7, from 8, Bomber Bay, number 11, Maximus Mac, and 5, Skelly.
I'm with 3 on top here, back to a walk at a nice price from number 7, Geiger Gem, 8, Bomber Bay, and number 9, Victorious Love.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bets of the card, and Mark, we've actually done it again, back-to-back weeks. We've got the same best bets here. I'm going with race 3, number 1, Lockroy.
Yes, and race 5, number 11, Show Honey Adam, the Cerise and White. Both look very hard to beat.
Yeah, might be a nice double there. As you can see, you can follow us on social media. You can also take a look at the Perth Racing YouTube channel and perthracing.com.au with some great events still coming up. On behalf of both of us, hopefully we found you plenty of winners.